Welcome to Yellowbrick Road. I am Jordan, and today, Maduro has fallen, and we're going to look at some of the reactions. Once again, just like my Iran video, uh, another IQ test for, for the audience to see, like, okay, who's legit and who's full of shit. It got even easier. The IQ test got even easier. Let me tell you. Before I get started, don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that. I'm in that Discord right now. I mean, get there before it gets all fucking taken down somehow. You never know. Turn my back for a second, it might disappear. But all opinions are welcome, so please join up if you feel like. And obviously, everything I show you will be linked in that description box for you to look at on your own and, piece through. All right, let's get started because we got a lot of shit. I'm not going to read through everything, but I'm just going to show you glimpses of things that maybe help your IQ test. Help you pass that IQ test. And obviously, we're going to finish with the Don Juan King himself, Alex Jones. So first, you see this Maduro in handcuffs, arrested in New York. 2 thumbs up, I guess. I don't know why these guys would pose in a picture when they don't want their faces to be seen. I don't know, whatever. Guess they just want to be there. Like, man, I'm part of history, man. Awesome. All like out of shape dads and shit. Now this one's interesting. You can see the tweet from Chris Masterson talking about the indictment. He says, this has to be a parody. On what planet does the U.S. get to charge someone in another country for violating the U.S.'s own unconstitutional machine gun laws? What the fuck? As you can see here, here's Pam Bondi. Nicolas Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores, have been indicted in the Southern District of New York. From Venezuela? Okay. Nicolas Maduro has been charged with narco-terrorism conspiracy. That sounds make-believe. They made that term up, didn't they? Is that a real term? They made that up. Interesting. It's almost like all the work they did beforehand was just to set the precedent to do what they did last night. Brilliant. Genius. And people fell for it. Narco-terrorism conspiracy, cocaine importation conspiracy, possession of machine guns and destructive devices, and conspiracy to possess machine guns and destructive devices against the United States. So him sitting in Venezuela having machine guns, right, in a foreign country where he's the commander-in-chief of their country, right, where he runs the military and all that shit. Meaning he's supposed to have weapons and whatever devices and drones and all that shit. But I guess they should have just arrested the entire world because you're. It's like, hey, how do you have these fucking weapons over here? Israel, how'd you get those weapons, huh? Yeah, Russia, how do you have where'd these weapons come from? How do you have them? What's going on? You should be arrested for this. You've broken a U.S. law in Russia.
Well, it technically is a weapon of WMD, weapon of minor destruction.
Okay. They will soon face the full wrath of American justice on American soil in American courts. On behalf of the entire U.S. DOJ, I would like to thank President Trump for having the courage to demand accountability on behalf of the American people. And a huge thank you to our brave military who conducted the incredible and highly successful mission to capture these 2 alleged international narco traffickers. So his wife is a narco trafficker too? Damn, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know till now. I guess she's being arrested as one. That's crazy. Anyways, so yeah, this is all make-believe bullshit theater to semi-justify it, but I don't think they really care. She should have just tweeted like, we did this because we wanted to, we felt like it. Like they might as well like at this point just say things out in the open, openly. Like what's his fucking name? Mike Pompeo saying, "Thank God Mossad was next to these rioters in Iran. Thank God Mossad was walking hand in hand with these guys. Thank God." just be out in the open about it because let's be real, nothing's gonna happen from this. Are you not gonna get elected again? You already can't run. People are already moving on to JD Vance, who also was dick riding this event, by the way. It's just interesting. It's funny. Some months back, we're like, "Yo, they're blowing up boats in the middle of the ocean, right?" And you guys are like, once again, I understand investigating the Charlie Kirk stuff, but like, don't forget shit like this is happening. And someone's like, no, like this, like, come on, like this is more pertinent to Charlie Kirk stuff. And now look where we're at. And now look. And once again, you might be like, well, it's not going to hurt me, possibly. But that's you giving a middle finger to your children and your grandchildren and future humans on Earth. You're saying fuck you to all of them. It's not going to hurt me though. I'm good. You fucking watch. Let's continue. Here's Thomas Massey, as he points out, 25-page indictment, but no mention of fentanyl or stolen oil. Search it for yourself, which will, obviously, this will be linked for you guys to look at on your own. But he's the bad guy, right? For him speaking up like this, he's the bad guy, according to the Trump administration. And somehow people are still dick riding this motherfucker. That's unbelievable. Isn't that fucking, like, mass hypnosis, is it not? I mean, I know it's a lot less people now, but, like, it's still, that's in the category of mass hypnosis. Like, on a psychological level. These fools are captured. Mentally captured. And there's nothing lamer than that. You're a fucking slave, essentially.
I didn't know there was gun charges on allowing citizens to be armed.
What?
You said there was gun charges on allowing the citizens to be armed?
Machine guns, right? They're saying, okay, U.S. citizens can't have those, right? But when you apply those laws to a foreign fucking leader in a different fucking country, that makes no fucking sense. But don't worry, like I said, they should have said, yeah, we did it, what's up? And just move on. Don't pretend like you're like something lawful's happening here. Like it's not. And once again, even without the, like, fuck the law books. On your own conscience is like, this is fucked up and stupid and wrong on every fucking level. But devil worshippers gonna devil worship. Here we go. Now I just wanted to throw this in here. You see from the oversight Democrats. Once again, I'm not saying these are the beacons of hope, but guess what? Because their opposite team is doing something, they want to win off of that, right? By saying look how bad they are. But either way, it still stands up anyways. See this? We are sure it's just a coincidence, but today is the statutory date. I almost said rape. Statutory date for the DOJ to explain its redactions in the Epstein file productions. It's like a movie. We have not forgotten, and we won't let up, regardless of the president's new unconstitutional actions. So, I guess they had to explain their redactions in the Epstein files, but they're busy, obviously. I want to let that be known. Let's continue on. Now, this, I'm not even going to read this. Candace Owens, okay. I understand. Okay, I get what you're saying here. Do I have the right one next? I do. Candace Owens, right? She's like, oh, fuck, look what these guys are doing. It's so bad. But then if you read David Icke's statement right here, like, well, you don't mention Trump. How could you not see this coming since way back, like 2016? Exactly. It's been obvious since his first term that he was owned by Israel and that Israel/Netanyahu were driving the regime change wars in the Middle East. You and Carlson supported Israel then and said nothing. The regime change in Venezuela is just the latest in a long sequence by the cult that Donald Trump answers to and always has. Now, I think he's teammates with them versus, like, he's owned by them. I think he works with these guys in Israel and other places, these giant corporate fuck faces that want to slice Venezuela up like pie and get their own slices, right? Either way, the sentiment of this still applies here. This was so obvious, but Candace was too busy with a magnifying glass trying to find Macron wife's fucking cock that she missed out on actual news stories, didn't she? Or she sold them. Don't worry, don't need to apologize. Let's move on, aren't we? Hey, wait, what about Fort Huachuca? What about that? Let's move on like nothing happened. No apologies, no explanations, just move on. And boom, our new leader, Candace.
I think you're getting things backwards. Getting things backwards.
Here comes a lame joke.
Remember, Candace is the queen of the world, and this Mitch Stone fucked her up. So she needed Trump to do this for her.
I mean, that makes sense. But yeah, once again, like the way Candace is flying by with all her fuck ups, blatant past fuck ups. She moves on like nothing happened, and the same applies to Donald Trump. Do you see the warning now? Do you get that, guys? Can you psychologically get that through your fucking skulls? Trump played you, and all the signs were there to showcase he was full of shit. You just didn't want to accept it. And now you have Candace here, who's now a new hero to replace Trump and people like her, Tucker Carlson, all these other guys to replace Trump. Nick Fuentes. We'll see from Sippy Cup, Nick. Don't worry about that. Yeah. It's like very weird that they over and over again, these guys they fuck up, and they say, you know what? I'm gonna go the other direction now. I'm gonna have a different take on these topics now. And it's just like, oh wow, our fucking heroes. Thank God for Candace fucking Owens, Nick Fuentes. Thank God for these guys. As they lead you to another ditch. And on all these motherfuckers' gravestones, it'll say, well, whatever. All these little fanboys and fangirls, when it's all said and done, like, I had fun while it lasted. No real care. Let's move on. Interesting news here. Trump becomes the first U.S. president to bomb 7 countries in 1 year. Yeah, he's smashing records here. Look at that. Let's continue. Now, here's the Sippy Cup Nick statement. He says, initially seemed like a solid operation to cleanly, bloodlessly, and quickly remove Maduro from power last night. But this new policy of running Venezuela with U.S. soldiers sounds like a massive overcommitment. I have zero confidence in nation building. Big mistake. Also, he did also tweet out USA in capital letters with a flag next to it, which means he was in support of the operation. And then you see from Caitlin Johnstone, no, don't try to wash your hands now. You own this. You cheered this on and told your fans to support U.S. regime change interventionism in Venezuela. This is true. Now you get to forever be the evil neocon pundit who supported your generation's oil war. You own all the consequences of this. And he should, but he probably won't. Not because he's so slick and intelligent and smart. It's because the audience, they'll let him skate by.
Well, go back to Nick Fuentes' statement right there. Initially seemed like a solid operation to cleanly, bloodlessly, and quickly remove Maduro. What do you think removing a president and not taking control of the country would do to a country? Have you heard of what we did to Libya?
Or Iraq.
Or
Afghanistan.
Yeah, exactly. Like what
No, I
would
mean,
be
we
the
at least
scenario
stayed in
where-
Iraq. We stayed in Iraq and policed it. We just fucking took out Gaddafi and nobody was there to take power, so that was a different kind of hell.
Our proxies took power.
Yeah. What scenario that Nick is saying would be good? Like, okay, you're talking about cleanly moving them from power, but then what happens? I mean, if you really did
Just
nothing,
step back.
if they didn't already plan and have somebody in place who was going to be the puppet leader. I mean, they do this all ahead of time, right? If they weren't trying to nation build, and they only created a power vacuum, and you're just gonna have people scrambling, like basically you're creating basically
The vacuum. They call it the vacuum.
it's a vacuum, but it would be a power struggle from like you're creating chaos in a way where there'll be new violence just among people for like you're creating that.
Yeah, but they
There's
don't
no
care.
clean.
Nick doesn't care
it
either.
could split into many segments and
devil
have
worshiper.
warlords that become smaller states that would do equivocally the same thing as warlord territories.
And then I've been following the story, right, for like on and off last 2 years. That lady that won the Nobel Peace Prize, Machado. Yeah, she takes the reins. Well, I guess she was a puppet master for Juan Guaido too. Like she's been in the shadows this whole time through 2 failed presidential bids. And then I'm thinking this morning, like, okay, so that's who's gonna get the nod, right? And then I hear from the Trump administration, we have no confidence that this woman has any grasp of the majority of the country to lead.
Right.
Like she has no they said she has no legitimacy.
They don't respect her, is what Trump said.
Yeah. Which is crazy because it's like that's what they've been selling for the last year and a half. That this lady's loved in the country. I'm like, bruh. I'm thinking like I was like, all right, that's like a heat check shit. Like it's a heat check, Jordan. Like, oh, they just shot a 3 from half court and hit it. Like, oh, let's see if we can do it again. And I was like, oh, they know themselves. Like, fuck, we don't really have an answer. Let's just get the oil companies in there.
Yeah,
and extract whatever we can out of it.
That's what their speed run. I mean, it is verbatim. If you wrote a movie of what the devil would look like participating in society, these actions would be included. Shit like that. Like, I kid you not. Literally.
It's lazy because look at the song and dance they did for invading Iraq. And then you look here, it's like, holy shit, they don't have a WMDs. They don't like what
they do.
What they're portraying is like
they do. They said it.
What?
They deemed fentanyl a weapon of mass destruction. They actually
fentanyl's coming from Mexico. It's not coming from Venezuela.
It doesn't matter. Does it matter? Did Saddam have fucking weapons of mass destruction? Apparently not.
But this is dumber and lazier.
Yeah, but as dumb who's listening to them, man? Who's the fucking idiots that are buying this shit? Exactly. You don't need to be too smart or clever with this shit at all. Shout the dumpster. Right? Shout the dumpster. You don't have to be too clever.
This is insulting. Like, even for neocon standards, this is insulting. Like they're like the bullshit they're doing. The justifications are so late. Like dumpster, even you have to have struggles. Like, oh, you're trolling us, but it's like, yo, you have no constant proof that the fentanyl's coming from that country.
Anthony, I linked it earlier. They unsealed the indictment against Maduro. Nothing about it has anything mentioning fentanyl.
Well, hold on, no, hold up. But you're doing the shit she's saying. Why are you trying to brush your hands off this? This is your team, bro. What you talking about, man? This is your team, bro.
Oh,
you gotta defend your team, bro.
There's two points of looking at this. The wrongness of regime change, and then now that it's done, watch, it will actually get better for them. Two different mindsets.
Dude, you're fucking
better.
You're doing Alex Jones shit like for free. He's getting paid for this. You're not getting.
He's getting Mikey's for free, bro.
And I sent you guys a picture in the chat. Somebody from Venezuela sent me that picture. They're fucking fighting over gas already, and food and etc. As is to be expected.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Well, it's gonna take a minute.
Like, what do you mean better?
He's trolling again.
China took over the United States. And
IMF loans, Jesse. IMF loans. Once you give 85% of the profit from the oil to the American and British countries, etc., you're gonna get an IMF loan that's gonna strangle you for the next 50 years, minimum. And then in 50 years, when Trump's dead, everyone his kid's dead, they're gonna be like, "Yo, what happened? Why are we in this situation?" Just like right before Chavez won, "Yo, what happened? Why are we in this situation?" It's a fucking cycle, rinse and repeat.
Yeah, these guys don't care. They don't care about their own kids either. That's the funny part. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Anyway,
and that includes Maduro, includes all these fucks, man.
Yeah.
Oh, and Maduro's kid's been arrested too. His son.
I'm like his wife. I'm like, what the fuck his wife do? This is the first time I even knew her name. I didn't even know who this woman was.
Yep.
Till they said her name.
She's now indicted as a narco trafficker.
Yeah, she's higher than Maduro, bro. She gets him to do the crimes. I'm joking. I don't know exactly.
Got it. Anyways, let's keep it moving. And don't forget, kids, Christ is king. Don't you ever forget that. Don't you ever. Nick's here to remind you that Christ is king. Don't you ever forget it. America first is actually first before Christ is king. Just remember, don't forget that, kiddies. When you see future takes from this idiot. When you see that.
Now that he did it, I think it's wrong.
Like, wait a minute. Like his fans one day when they grow up, go from, candy to filet mignons, eat some real food in their fucking lives, to be like, wait a minute, this guy was a fucking neocon the whole time. What the fuck was I doing? Don't worry, they'll wash their hands too. Like, look, not me anymore. I'm good. Nothing to do with me. Let's keep it moving. So here we have Daniel McAdams kind of echoing what Caitlin Johnstone was saying. And to be fair to both Caitlin and Daniel here, they were calling this stuff out years ago in real time as it's happening. And it can feel dire because it feels like there's so little amount of people that were keen to this shit, but there's plenty of people out there. They may not get as popular, as famous as the guys with the dumbest takes. They get boosted the most, seemingly, for some reason. Can't say I know how or why, but that seems to be the case. These guys, Daniel McAdams or even Ron Paul, he's like a legend to these guys, right? He's a legend to the right wing. Guess what? He lives in the fucking shadows with his content. He has a loyal base. The rest, like, who's Ron Paul? Or, Ron Paul, he's out of touch. Trump knows what he's doing. He's going to take down the deep state. Watch. All these guys work day in and day out to warn you about these things, and you fall for it anyways. It's incredible. It's like, I'm sorry, Ron Paul and Daniel McAdams, who works with Ron Paul, and Thomas Massey. Sorry, guys, you guys are T-shirts now. You're not inspiration to do the right thing. You're just T-shirts. Hey, I got my Ron Paul T-shirt. See, you're a logo for a team, not the substance of the team. Unfortunately, except for some people. There's some people that really do follow these guys. Either way, here's Daniel McAdams. You can't embrace the war propaganda and then pretend to oppose the war. That is its purpose. Duh. So when we have a great example of that, he's in the Discord right now, Dubster. Hey, bro, the boats bringing fentanyl. That's murder. When you sold the narrative, if we gave you a giant, if we gave you 10 million viewers for that statement alone, right there, Dubster, you'd be telling them like this is justified, and look what it led to. Look what it fucking led to.
It is justified, but it didn't. Wasn't about fentanyl. That was
yes.
It wasn't fentanyl that made it justified. It's the Maduro doctrine.
Use that pride, yes. Devil soaking up your energy. Yes, do more. Yes, feed me. Or reptilians, whatever the fuck it is. Whatever interdimensional beings that Dubster feeds on a daily basis. Just soaking up his energy.
We're just mad that his communist party's losing every fucking inch around the world.
I'm mad you haven't grown up while being around here for like how long now? That's what I'm mad about.
Jordan,
you haven't grown up
mad
yet.
The communism's shrinking.
Daddy's disappointed, Dubster. I'm really disappointed in you, man. I'd hope you've grown up by now. Be like, this is actual business now because this shit is fucked up. I don't like it. I'm gonna stand against it.
There is business Venezuela now.
He's half giggling as he talks. Yada yada yada. You better hope that God shit is fake, Dubster. You better fucking pray it's fake. You better hope the lights just turn off when everything's over. You better fucking hope, because you don't want to see that movie. And let me tell you right now, you don't want that movie scene. But I don't really know this Spike Cohen guy, but I can imagine based on the way he's talking right here, and I get what Dale McAdams is saying as well. The consummate throw stones and hide in your hand motherfuckers. I say, well, not me. I didn't do anything. Let's continue. Here's another one. Here's, once again, big theme of this video, just like the Iran video, IQ tests. Now, plenty of MAGA people were praising and bragging about this Mike Flynn guy with no real research into him, no real research about his statements or political posturings. They just like, no, he's a hero. But what's he doing? He's posting this guy who's selling the narrative to overthrow another country. Duh, you fucking dummies. You fell for it again. Let's keep it moving. Dan Bongino. It's the honor of a lifetime to work with this man, and of course it's about the overthrow of Venezuela, or at least Maduro and some of the leadership. But Dan's leaving. He left the FBI, or he's leaving the FBI. He's leaving them, so he's getting out of the deep state to do the real work, which is his podcast and bring the news, bring information. But he's still supporting the same neocon policies. I mean, it's a bad sign when you stand up and start clapping. You look to your left and you see Elliot Abrams on your left. You look to your right, you see John Bolton to your right, all standing up and clapping with you. That's a sad day if you're into politics. Like, oh, fuck, I must have fucked up somewhere. Something must be wrong with this shit. Let's keep it moving. With more full of shit artists. Here's this guy. I just mentioned him with the whole canvassing. More of the IQ tests for you guys. Evan Kilgore. Holy shit. The United States will take control of over $17 trillion worth of Venezuelan oil reserves. Are gas prices about to plummet? That's what you're thinking about? As the little demon behind his back starts soaking up his... Yes! Get that crude oil. Yes, you fucking idiot. Thank you. That's like an old Alex Jones bit, isn't it? Granted, he stole it from David Icke. But I think it's an old Alex Jones bit. Like the demon's just soaking up your energy as you're spreading malice on planet Earth because you're a cunt and an idiot.
Trump is just wreathing his hands right now like a fucking meme.
Like Mr. Burns or something.
Yeah. Fuck.
But just once again, just more IQ tests for the audience. Like if these are days where when I see you guys, I'm gonna remember this shit. This will not be forgotten by me. I hope the same goes for the audience. You have to write it down, screenshot it, go look at it for yourself. Whatever you got to do. I beg you not to forget things like this. Let's continue. Timmy Pool. I mean, any surprise here? More IQ tests for you. I mean, if the whole Charlie Kirk thing, the whole Epstein thing, these wars, the getting caught taking meetings with Netanyahu, getting signed up to join the fucking Pentagon press corps, like all these, if those weren't enough of an IQ test, here's more. The guy who screams about, oh, the Democrats and regime change wars, the Democrats, this is my biggest issue. That's why I'm voting for Trump. It's my biggest issue. Venezuela is better off. Forgive me, bro. Forgive me, but it's like, forgive me for my sadistic laughing because it's like, that's how I feel.
Was for Venezuela?
Huh?
Was this for Venezuela?
Of course it was.
We did this for them, or we did this because they're selling drugs, supposedly.
I'm saying they shouldn't have said anything. They should have just said, we're doing it because we want to.
Yeah.
And then just be done with it.
Yeah, they're doing it because they can. Like, it's
Exactly.
more the oil and the gold, but it's also just to be like, yo, we fucking can do this.
Yeah. That's part of it. That's why I call them devil worshippers in the first place. I'm just saying. Hey, listen. If Jesus rides in on a white fucking pony, just don't be in the same room as these idiots. I'm telling you right now. I would eat.
That's the case. I'm doing cocaine.
I would leave the room right then and there. Like, oh, well, you're on your own, guys. Sorry. But let's continue. From Ryan Dawson, he says, typical. And Brian Dawson, who's also like, he's not on the left. He's not a lefty, a leftist. He thinks Venezuela fails because they suck at economics. He believes that, but he also does it in a more realistic way, which is like, well, if their policies suck, they're gonna fail. Let them fail. That's his idea. Like, let them fail. Why we need to help them fail? Like, if they're gonna fail, they'll just fail. But for some reason, that logic can't enter certain brains, if there's brains there at all. But anyways, you can see here from Nat Rothschild. Well done, Donald J. Trump. It's like, once again, if Jesus shows up, just make sure you're not in the same room as these fools. That's all I'm saying.
Is this a member of the Rothschild family?
Bet your ass.
The big banking family?
You bet your ass. That's why Dawson's like, typical. And I guess there is carryover connections between all these other countries in regards to Venezuela. It's not just the U.S. doing this. A whole bunch of countries involved in all this. Let's continue. Here we have 9/11 boy Luke Rudkowski. It's not. Wait, you see the caption here. War is good. And you see the bunch of dumb fucks with MAGA hats on. Remember 10 years ago? That was like a cool thing to have that hat, right? I mean, not to me, but like to their fans. Like, yeah, we're finally winning this time. We're doing it. And now it's like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. And from 9/11 boy says,
yeah, that pussy bitch rocked that hat real nice for a while.
Even fucking this thing is horrendous. Because we're about to say,
Luke the puke
says war is not good, but we were lucky there was no major casualties, and that's a good thing. It's like, excuse me? Aren't you 9/11 boy? Aren't you into all the government conspiracies and all this stuff? And you can't see this whole idea of quote-unquote unforeseen consequences? Or even direct fucking consequences. At least 40 people, including civilians and members of the Venezuelan military, were killed in the attack, according to preliminary assessments. A senior Venezuelan official reportedly told the New York Times. U.S. forces deployed more than 150 aircraft to eliminate air defenses, clearing the way for helicopters to insert troops, who then moved on President Maduro's location, the outlet said, citing U.S. officials. More on the operation from Jack Murphy of the high side in the post in reply. You can see right here. And yes, this will all be linked to you, so you can look at it on your own. I mean, what do you say? It's like, listen, you could be some dumb fuck that like, oh my God, we're really in trouble if we don't own Venezuela, right? But are they giving you any sense that that's the case? Are they giving you any hint or sense that that is the case? Of course not. Of course not. It may be, once again, you better hope David Eggs is wrong and there's no interdimensional being soaking up your fucking energy. You better hope, because they're having a fucking meal today, if that is the case. I'm just saying. Because, like, once they're just feeding, like, 40 people killed, no mention of it. We're doing this to stop fentanyl, no mention of that. Just bullshit and bullshit and bullshit, and say we could just do it because we can.
Bro, like 5 people died, and they'll make it like a big fucking national event or a big global event, and it's like super sad when anybody dies, but it's like they're so selective with what they give a fuck about death. They'll fucking, like Charlie Kirk, man. Charlie Kirk's one fucking guy, and we're still talking about that shit.
Oh yeah, that's actually, you weren't here when I mentioned this. I said, like, I was like, once again, it's terrible that this guy fucking got shot and killed. That's horrendous. I'd rather his ideas get defeated. But hey, guys, they are blowing up boats in the middle of the fucking ocean too. Let's not forget that's happening. And someone in the comments told me like, no, listen, we can relate to Charlie more. So he has more of a face for us. We have a parasocial relationship with him. I'm like, okay. And now today happens, or last night happens, and that guy will not show back up here and say, you know what, Jordan, I'm sorry about that. That was important, wasn't it? Because it led to this shit, and this shit's gonna lead to other shit. So I see why it's important now to be like keeping attuned to as many stories as I can get my hands on, or at the very least, do some existential development.
This shit because I'm just like a stone fucking idiot, and I'm just like fucking Nostradamus over here with this kind of shit.
Maybe.
Right.
Maybe. But I mean, I'm of the opinion
that
these things
the
are
worst
just
is when
obvious.
you tell people shit. Like when you tell people about this shit and then they don't give a fuck, and then it's like right in their face, and then yeah.
Then they
Some
start
people will
squirming
come
when
to
it comes
you
back
eventually.
home.
What's up?
Yeah.
I was saying then they don't care about it, but then they start squirming when it comes back home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or they're confused about it when it does pop up, and it's like, well, fuck, I was trying to fill you in on the fucking juice, bro.
Well, let's be real. He left unfortunately, but I would say this to him anyways. Putting up these prideful fucking shields like Dubster did to pretend like, hey man, like shouldn't you assess so you can never get tricked again? Nah, fuck that. I'll put up a pride blocker because I don't want to be embarrassed in front of my friends that I look like I'm wrong about something. Like, shut the fuck up and do the work, you idiot. Yes, you're actually important, you dumb fuck Dubster. And you don't fucking know it. Like, what's it matter if I do? I didn't vote. It means nothing. Like, damn, you better hope that God shit is fake. You better hope it's fake. He claims Christianity. He better actually hope it's fake. He better. Anyways, let's continue.
And if it didn't not mean anything, then they wouldn't try to fucking like focus on consensus and what people think about the government and shit. They just fucking go out and do it. They always got to spin it in this way or whatever. And
funny, we're actually getting closer and closer to people. Well, I mean, this operation, they just did it, right? Like you said, they had to do all the buildup and drama with Iraq, right? This is like, we're just gonna fucking do it. And then when we're done, we're gonna broadcast it and say, "Look what we did."
Obama was okay with it. He came out and like endorsed the fucking attack.
I'm not surprised. I didn't see what he said, to be fair, but I wouldn't be surprised if he said that. Or had like this.
And then Biden had the fucking the bounty on his head. And like, did Trump fucking take that bounty? Did he get the 25 million or whatever the fuck it was?
No. Biden upped it to 25, and then Trump came in and upped it to 50. So
does he get his own fucking 50 million or like what the fuck?
I don't know.
No, he just keeps it.
Or does he
the U.S. government just keeps it.
Or maybe they give it to the fucking military people that fucking were involved. That's some fucking.
Funny enough, someone put down a bet on Polymarket, right? Of like when Maduro is going to be ousted from Venezuela. And they want a shit ton of money.
Oh my god, really?
Look at that. Like some insider trading shit.
What the fuck, bro?
Look at that. I mean, like, there's no bounds. There's no bounds for malevolence of these motherfuckers, bro.
That's so creepy. That's like having like Nancy Pelosi as your fucking like neighbor, and you can like eavesdrop on her financial fucking betting. Like, what the fuck, bro? That's crazy. I've never even been on this Polymarket. Never even looked at their website.
I see tweets here or there from them promoting things and talking about news stories. Yeah. But all right, let's continue because we have a main event coming up here, man. I mean, how could you not go with Alex Jones as the king dingaling, the Don Juan of fuck of politics?
It was going to be Alex Jones.
Oh yeah.
Over under. How many gulps? How many gulps, Jordan? Over under. How many gulps?
I'm thinking none. I think he struggles at first, right? Remember the Syria thing happened? He's like, "Fuck you, Trump! How dare you!" Then a couple weeks later, like, all right, maybe this worked out. Actually, Like once he gets used to the story, he doesn't have to like. He practiced burying his conscience already on these news stories, so now it's like a little bit easier to do. So I'm guessing no gulps. Pause. But I could be wrong. Maybe there's still a conscience in there trying to kick and fight its way to be in his fucking brain somewhere. Who knows? Let's continue. So yeah, I also just want to point out 9/11 boy. You're wrong. Now this has been a thing going around where they're showing videos of Venezuelans celebrating that are not, today's Venezuelans after the Maduro thing happened. In fact, more of the reports are saying like there's less people out there either celebrating or being angry because they're scrambling to loot fucking food markets and shit like that and gasoline and all that shit. I'm just saying. But yeah, as you can see here, this footage is from the World Cup, but selling it anyways. See this from Alex Jones, right? Video: millions of Venezuelans flooded the streets of Caracas and other major cities in celebration of the ouster of communist dictator Nicolas Maduro. Now we need to see the same type of energy here on the home front. The domestic political equivalent of this incredibly decisive move in Venezuela is getting rid of the filibuster. We are in the end game, and it's time to start acting like it. You can see the mass of people here, but there's one problem. From Daniel McAdams, ask yourself why Alex Jones is pushing disinformation in support of the neocons and the deep state. Wasn't his whole shtick about opposing the deep state? You can see the community correction here. This video is at least 18 months old. But does Alex take it down? No. Does Alex apologize? No. Just keeps it moving, like nothing happened. Let's keep it moving. And I think this is when we start really diving in with Alex Jones content. This one I'm just going to read the caption here. The Dunn Road Doctrine. Military adventures abroad must not distract from Donald Trump's real task at home. Okay. Thank you, Alex. Dunn Road Diet. So, if you can't tell, he's in favor of this. He's quite in favor of this. Let's keep going. Here's more from Alex. I mean, let's just fucking listen to it. Let me turn my volume up. I turn my headphones up. Let's hear this mentally ill, dumb fuck, boot-licking, dick-licking, dick-riding, meat-riding fuckface Alex Jones. Here we go.
That's what communists do. They take over a country, they use it, they exploit it to attack the next country, protect the power. And our government's been involved.
The projection is
since
crazy.
The 30s, supporting this in many ways. And then opposing communism on another level. This is straightforward action. This is real policy. And this has been an incredible success so far. We need to see more of this domestically, the same energy. And I don't mean helicopters raiding Democrats and giving them rides like, like you've seen happen in Latin America with Pinochet. I'm talking about getting rid of the filibuster the Democrats say they're going to get rid of and pack the Supreme Court and do everything else. They're going to make the move if they're able to get the Senate. If Trump gets rid of the filibuster, which he wants to do, and Thune and others have been blocking it, we can go in and not pack the Supreme Court and do things like that, but pass all the laws and regulations we want to really dismantle the deep state and the globalists.
Wait, Alex. You want this creepy, orange-tanned dweeb to have more power. He wants more power and more laws.
Who's also a globalist.
Exactly. I mean, Alex is a globalist at this point. By his own standards. By his old standards, he himself is a globalist. He's out here supporting the unrooting of a president of another country that is no threat to the United States.
He's a part of a globalist cabal too of it. A fucking oligarchical globalist cabal.
And the main theme again, guys, is the IQ test. Now, for the audience, it's for them. That's what the IQ test is for. How could you fail this one? The guy who screamed 9/11 was an inside job orchestrated by the U.S. and probably other intelligence agencies. Maybe Israel, Saudi Arabia, whoever, right? They all work together. You know, fucking bin Laden was a CIA asset and all this stuff, right? This guy who believed that shit is now saying we need to overthrow other countries and celebrating when it does happen. You can't make that shit up. If you fail this test, I mean, I don't know what to fucking tell you, man. Like, fuck, go out in the world.
Also,
meet some friends outside or something. Do something else. I beg you to. Go ahead, Ekari.
Also, I feel like another IQ test is understanding that when America talks about communism, like in terms of like another country having communism, they don't necessarily mean like the country has like they adhere to like communist dogma. What that means is the country isn't following like American rules or like American like corporate like basically letting like American corporations like run amok in their country. It's not really about communism.
Exactly. I mean, if the U.S. says, all right, we're getting rid of, like Google and XAI and ChatGPT, SAML, OpenAI, all that stuff. We're getting rid of that from the Pentagon. We're ousting them out of our fucking military. Would it be fair for another country to be like, hey, that's communism. We're private enterprise. How come you're not allowing them in? Because that's what Chavez essentially did with the oil markets, right? He said, yo, ExxonMobil, get the fuck out. BP, get the fuck out. Like, foreign-owned companies. He kicked them out of their government, essentially, right? Because once you're running enterprise at that high of a level, you're basically in cahoots with the government, right? So, but don't worry, they'll say outsiders will say the word communist and go in and run the fucking place over and subvert them. And this took years to do, but they were subverting Venezuela for a long period of time. And I guess, I mean, we still don't even know if this is going to pay off for the devil worshippers or not, because there might be people within Venezuela that put up a fight. I heard the vice president is sticking by Maduro's side, possibly. I'm just saying. But either way, the whole communism thing, they just bring that up as an excuse. It's a buzzword to trick people into going along with it. It really is. And for the fact that it works, I mean, once again, he's not here, Dub's not here, but you can hear the brainwashedness when he talks out loud about topics like that. You can hear it. He gets caught in a logical loophole, and he still like excuses it anyways. Oh, but communism bad. And once again, the simple and most obvious thing to this, because I know the dumb fucks will call me a communist. I'm not, but they'll call me that because I'm talking bad about Alex Jones and the American Empire and all that shit. But like the obvious answer to this, just using simple logic, is, well, let them fail then. Their policy's bad, their country will fail. Just let them fail. Was Venezuela spreading world communism? I don't know. I don't think so. Hey, do you think it would make them more hardened towards communism or less if you actually like did regular diplomatic partnerships with them? Because they were doing business deals, right? Maybe within the country they're communistic, but outside of it, they're practicing capitalistic enterprise, right? They wanted to sell their oil to other countries. They were selling it in the U.S. with these Citgo gas stations and shit like that. They were practicing capitalism outside of Venezuela. Isn't that what you wanted? Like, let's just be honest. And this is not what I believe communism would do, or what I don't know. I'd love to see like a real day where it can actually logically make arguments back and forth to really find an answer. Like, what's the best economic system? But either way, it seems like anything that might be towards helping regular people, like just in words, always seems to someone has to show up and like knock it down every fucking time. It seems like, no matter what it is, no matter what it is. What did Gaddafi want to do? It wasn't communism. He wanted to I want to change our currency to our own shit. Gold, actually, I believe it was. Oh, got to get rid of that guy. Right? It's like over and over and over again this happens. And I'm like, come on. Isn't that like a worship of malice? Isn't it? Whatever.
We believe in the free market so much that we will sanction them so that nobody could trade with them.
We believe we believe in the free market so much we will subvert the free market. We will actually subvert it and control it, which is the thing they're saying that these communistic countries would do. Anyways, let's continue with more Alex Jones.
So now is the time to have that same energy you see from Trump, where you got a military that will do what he says domestically through the Justice Department. That's why the people at the top we know are bad need to be replaced yesterday. And that's why you, the listeners, need to realize that we're winning the battles, but not the war yet. And that's why it's so vital that you not be demoralized and that you understand with Trump, we've got a real chance of turning this around. The globalists are in full retreat right now. So let's press the attack. And Kennedy's doing such great work at Tulsi Gabbard's, the border, all of it. It's amazing. We criticize the bad. We promote the good.
This motherfucker's like Joseph Goebbels. It's so creepy.
He's such a fucking liar, dude. Oh my
yeah, like
God.
what a pathetically shit lie, man.
It's horrendous. Oh my God.
Globalists are in retreat. What can I say?
I haven't even seen Maduro at the fucking UN before. I'm sure he has. I just never even seen the guy like there. It's like, how much weight do you think Venezuela
probably
holds?
sent a representative.
Yeah. How much weight does he think Venezuela was holding? Like, he's a communist globalist. Like, what? What the fuck is he talking
What is
about?
Alex
Who's falling for that?
Jones doing? He, in some sense, works for the state, but like he's also, I mean,
Some
is he
sense.
hostage? Like even to his own self, right? Like in some way, there's a major conflict, either within himself or I don't know, or externally.
We
Like, how
can't call
does
it
he
stupid
do
anymore,
this?
right? We can't call it stupid anymore, right? Like, there's no way that he's just this dumb. I don't believe that one's out the fucking window. So,
No, he knows too much.
yeah. So it comes down to either he's in on it or he's a fucking coward and in on it. No, please don't. No, please don't do it. Don't do it to me. Please, whatever you want me to say, I'll do it. Infowars.com/bootlicker. Whatever you need.
Yeah, good job, Alec. Good job. I'll put some water in your dish later. Good boy. Good boy.
Let's continue on with more Alex Jones.
He seems like he would be the easiest person
I
to
know, just
blackmail.
I know.
Sexually or any other way. You could just fucking honey trap this fucking idiot. Super easy.
Alex, I saw your trans porn. I saw it. So, you know what you got to do now, right? Listen, I gave you a checklist.
You know, you're going to shut up about Moloch and start talking about Venezuela. Iran.
If anyone goes against me, they're part of the deep state, okay? That's what you do. Good little boy. Now get back to fucking work, you little ant.
All right. Now, this is not Alex. This is actually Owen Schroyer. I just want to hear like a little bit of this. Because he's like... It's funny because he worked at InfoWars. He was supposed to be the guy next up after Alex Jones. Like if Alex Jones ever retired or whatever the fuck, Owen Schroyer would be the guy that's next up. But maybe Owen was talking too much shit about Donald Trump and his dog shit policies because it was obviously bad for a guy that believes 9/11 was an inside job, right? They're obviously bad. If the whole vaccine, they already... Owen, it's too obvious that these are bad things, but Alex has to support them anyways. And Owen's like, I got to get the fuck out of here. And he left. In a way, gracefully, I'd say. But I think he should have been like, this guy over here, Alex Jones, is full of shit. He's full of shit. I had to leave because this guy's like standing over my fucking shoulder when I'm trying to like report the news, like real news, not just, bending the knee to the Trump administration. Either way, let's hear from Owen a little bit, and then we'll get back to Alex. Here we go.
All right, so we've had an interesting last 12 hours, and President Trump has now made multiple public statements, including the official press conference from Mar-a-Lago on the regime change that just happened in Venezuela and the capture of President Maduro. Now, I want to talk about the important data points that we're going to be monitoring with this situation. But I want to first get into Trump's address just now in the aftermath. And I just want to talk about perception. I just want to talk about perception and attitude and just what it was like to listen, to watch. It just feels like I'm listening to Bush again. It just feels like I'm listening to Obama again. It just feels like I'm listening to Biden again. Just deep state talking points, military industrial complex selling points, and the attempt to convince Americans that more unpopular foreign policy is a good thing and America first. Now we can get into the details of this, and you can debate the details or whether you support it or not. Just the perception, the attitude, the reception of it, it just feels like the same thing. It feels no different than when Bush would give these press conferences, or Obama would give these press conferences, or even Joe Biden would give these press conferences. There's no real soul there. There's no real foundation there. And while I would say that Trump is probably being more honest and transparent about this stuff than past administrations, it's nullified by the fact that we weren't supposed to be doing this. It's nullified by the fact that we can't even arrest our own deep state And we're going into Iran. We're going into Venezuela. We're letting regime change happen in Syria with the former leader of Al Qaeda. This is all happening with Netanyahu at the White House and Mar-a-Lago. So it's just the perception is not good. And I think the icing on the cake, as I'm listening to Trump today, is he's talking about how they're going to fix the Venezuelan economy, how they're going to free the Venezuelan people, how they're going to make Venezuela rich and fix their infrastructure. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, hello? Hi, I'm an American. You're the president of America. Our own infrastructure is collapsing. Our own economy is in the shitter. And our own people are slaves to foreign policy and special interests that we don't like and we don't vote for. And now you're telling me how you're going to help the Venezuelan people, which is all just BS anyway. And again, to Trump's credit, I mean, he told you this is a war for oil. He told you this is a war for oil and this is a war for globalism. He told you that.
Blue-eyed fucking weirdo has been studying Tucker Carlson. He sounds exactly like Tucker. They're even starting to take his cadence.
No,
he
but
sounds more like Alex to me, cadence-wise, but
Tucker does not
without the gravel menthol cigarette voice
directly.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't call out Trump. He calls out his policies without saying that they're his policies, just as if they were happening in the air.
Now, to add to this, Owen Schroyer is another guy who boosted up Trump as well, but he has more of a sense of, maybe he doesn't go outright say, like, man, I fucked up, which I think he should do. But at the very least, he's saying, like, yeah, this guy's fucked up. He's not the right guy. He's globalist, whatever language these guys typically use. He's, but yeah, it's, it's things like, I get the feeling, the perception of it. Like, come on. Oh, you should have known since the first administration. You should have known. Alex should have known when he was ranting in his first administration.
The first administration.
Yeah.
They tried taking over Venezuela.
Yeah, exactly. And they were celebrating it back then. Owen included. Owen Schroyer and Alex Jones. Maybe he's a lot more captured by Alex Jones back then. Maybe he finally became his own man. I hope. But I'm just saying, like, those things did happen, Owen. And I'm not one of these people that, well, hey, you're doing better than you did yesterday. So thus, you're a good guy now. Like, I don't do that. I think you have a lot more work to do.
It's about perception, not about the taking over Venezuela.
No, he's calling that bad too. I'm pretty sure.
I feel like it's the perception that he's like if it happens covertly and it's not fucking in your face and you don't lose support, then he would probably be completely fine with it. But it's like so big that he's gonna like.
No, prop. That's
people in his
you
family
projecting
probably
on him.
fucking.
I think you're projecting onto him, bro. I think you're projecting. Is like, I don't know if that's what you want to see or something, but like you have to take reality for it and be empathetic towards people. Like, hey, what are you about? What are you really like? I'll let you tell me who the fuck you are. And based on what he's saying here, at least in words, he doesn't like the action itself. He doesn't like the perception of it. This is what he would call globalist behavior or whatever the fuck, right? And he's been shitting on Trump, which is why he left InfoWars, most likely.
But then I don't know what he says now, but like he's fucking sports like Pinochet and shit like that.
I don't know about that.
He's okay with past regime changes throughout history, but not new ones.
I don't know. I don't know. Either way, like, he's saying, like, if this wasn't for, saving people, this was for, like you said, he's like, they don't like, Trump is going out on TV saying, oh, it's for the Venezuelan people. And Jesus Christ. And Owen's like, yeah, that's not even true. We don't believe you on that one. You're doing this for oil, you're doing this for money, for globalism, whatever the fuck it is. You're doing it for that. Those are your reasons for doing it. You can't just lie to me like that. So I think the Trump spell on him is, I hope, broken. I hope.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he should account for past things.
I feel like they're shifting narrative, and they don't really give a shit. It's like a narrative shift for them, and they're trying to seek a way.
I think you're fighting really hard.
Like stay.
I think you're fighting really hard to not like the guy. And I'm not saying you should like the guy. I'm saying you have to be real about it, though. Right? You got to be fair, and
I've
because
just seen so many
you're the
clips
good
of
guy,
this
right?
motherfucker saying evil shit that I just don't think that he's serious about it. Like if you give a shit about one evil act, you should give a shit about all these evil acts. But like,
I haven't kept up with him enough, but I know as of,
we'll let him
before
cook.
he left Infowars, he was saying these things about how bad this, like, oh, this Trump guy's full of shit, basically. He was saying things like that before he left Infowars, and then he finally left. Right?
Which is why he left too.
Which is why he left it, because they were just dick riding Trump from program to program, except for his.
Or half got kicked out.
Yeah.
Or is he smart enough to see the forest through the trees and be like, "Yo, I gotta make an
That's very possible.
plan because Trump's not gonna last forever."
That's very possible.
Here's one thing I heard.
I think
you're
reaching, man.
Like Schneeko did the same kind of shit.
I don't know enough about. I've seen him around. I don't know enough about him, but I hope you're not just making something the case because you want it to be the case. You gotta do your thing. You live your life and have your own beliefs about things. I will give people room to be different, to change, to grow, to devolve.
Just from what I've seen, he's like a lot like Charlie Kirk, where like he double speaks and like he'll be like, oh, like how people are pressing the Israel stuff with Charlie Kirk, and it's like, no, Charlie Kirk deep down was an Israel simp and was for his whole goddamn career.
Yeah, I mean, his words were that. I mean, yeah, that's how I perceived him as well.
Yeah,
I don't think that changed at all. But I'm saying I did see,
like him.
I did see possible change from this guy. I did see possible change from this guy, though. I'll say that personally, but you do your thing.
But yeah, he did not end on good terms with Alex Jones.
Yeah,
and
he actually left
apparently because he was questioning Trump. Like that's some kind of major offense.
And he actually left kind of gracefully. He could have made a whole feud out of it. Jesse, he could have made a whole feud out of it with Alex Jones and boosted his fucking following to the millions.
Yeah.
But he kind of gracefully walked away.
Right.
Yeah, didn't he leave a nice letter? Yeah, left with like a good fucking tweet or whatever.
Yeah, he did the Bush thing.
Alex is the one who really actually got off on him.
Yeah.
He got pissed at him.
Alex ranted and ranted and ranted. This guy's like, listen, whatever it is, without he do his thing. I'm moving on. He can move on. Yada yada yada. Now watch this drive. And he hit a golf ball. He did the Bush thing as like a joke. To say I'm not going into this little fucking rap beef with Alex Jones. Which I'm like, oh, I kind of respect that. Although he should have let him have it. Pause. He should have fucking dropped the people's elbow on that fool. Because he probably knows a lot more than the rest of us do about Alex Jones and some of the weird shit that guy probably does behind closed doors. Let's just be honest. But either way, let's keep it moving.
What do you guys think about this one line he said that caught my attention? He said we can't even arrest our own deep state, right? So meaning we're going out across the globe to arrest people for, I guess, whatever, cocaine or weapons charges, but we can't arrest our own deep state. So we talk about like the presidents because they're the figureheads. They do commander in chief, so they have full power, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so definitely makes sense there. But he also mentioned, this looks just like every other president. So that's a good reason to reference deep state or whatever structure is behind that remains after the president leaves.
Yeah.
And, like for the most part, they're kind of faceless. So that's why it's not as easy to say, like, okay, arrest these people. But that is a really good point, though. Like,
no, I agree.
That's where we actually need to focus our attention, or what we have to what really needs fixing.
Yeah, and
yeah,
God.
Yeah, I agree. And like, what is the deep state exactly? It's the a national globalist private class. And it's like, at least with like Venezuela and Maduro, you know that like Maduro is like in his like government or like the actual like movers and shakers of Venezuela. But with America, we can't even be sure like who's actually like dictating what, or like who's actually like influencing this or that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, whether you love or hate Maduro and his policies, like, it was those guys running the country, basically. I'm sure they had some outside influence, like China, Russia, even Iran to some degree. Obviously, the U.S. and CIA trying to infiltrate over there and all that shit. But you can, like, it's much easier to just point, like, you can kind of point to those guys, like, okay, you guys are running the government. That's what's going on here. Got it. Here in the U.S., it's like, who the, like, there's faces like Trump or, you know, J.D. Vance or even like Netanyahu. But it's like, even in the background of those guys, there's people we don't ever see, bro. Maybe we see them, but we don't know they're involved in our fucking government affairs. But they are. Very much so. I mean, just look at the contracts, government contracts alone that are given to people.
It's like...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true. It's like, what's it called? Like, Washington can't tell BlackRock what to do. BlackRock tells Washington what can be done. And that's how it works.
Speaking of BlackRock, that whole Panama thing is
at the end of the
looking
day,
good
they
for them now.
And though, like the United States has so much like in World War II, what they did to corporations, like they fucking overtook corporations and forced them to do what the state said. And like, yeah,
You'd have to have
the
the will to do
ideology
it.
so
Though.
intermingled with them
It's
that
kind of
now
like
they will never do that.
Yeah, it's kind of like the lazy man, weak way out of. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna stay elected, so I got to keep a relationship with the private sector. And the more you help the private sector, when it's time to get a payday, the check varies depending on your track record in office helping them out. And that's ultimately like what's dangled in front of them, and they probably choose that over most things, ideological or whatever.
Listen, as sad as this statement's going to sound, it's almost like I hope that's the case. Because the other options are like actually what these guys would say is deep state or globalist or Illuminati or whatever the fuck, where it's like, yeah, we all work together to make the world in our own image, which is creepy, malice-looking shit. Fuck you, you're not important enough, you're not smart enough. It could be eugenics, right? You don't have the right DNA for this, whatever the case may be. There's even darker guesses and questions that should be brought about, but we're so far away. The populace. I mean, I typically just talk about Americans watching content like this. Not my content, but like Alex Jones or Tim Pool or any of these fucking people. And I'm questioning the audience. Guess what? There's an entire world out there. There's a lot of ignorance to go around all over the fucking place. And it's like, if people don't smarten the fuck up and turn their fucking lights on in their house, it's just going to continue. More fuckery will happen. And I can't stand it. And I can't stomach it. And I can't sit back and say nothing about it. I don't care if I get only 10 views. I can't not say something about it. It is what it is. And that's where we're at. And then you have people like this, which really turns my stomach, where they captured an audience as being like the rebel, going against the grain, fighting evil wherever it stands, and he's absolutely trying to guide them off a fucking cliff. I mean, that fucking angers the shit out of me. But here we are. Let's continue the finale of this video. Alex fucking Jones. To really drive home the point of how
Dude
awesome
looks like
Trump
a
did.
shitty B-list actor, man. Like look at his saucy eyes, how he looks at the camera. It's like, you're fucking such a fake, dude.
Wait, are you saying they killed him and replaced him with a doppelganger? Is that what you're saying? Or they cloned him? What do you think?
I don't know. No. Well, yeah.
they took him out.
They killed Bill Hicks and then replaced him with a doppelganger.
Oh god.
Somebody said that to Jason Ellis the other day, and he fucking he ended up timing the person out or whatever, getting all mad. He's like, Alex Jones is not Bill Hicks. What the fuck? And I was like, bro, have you not heard that joke?
Yeah, he is not Bill Hicks. He's nowhere fucking near the thing, is he?
No, definitely not.
Holy shit. Talk about losing on every level. This little fucker right here. Let's continue. I mean, he's setting himself up to get fucking destroyed later. And there's physical pain and physical death, right? Which sucks, obviously. And I would never cheer for that on top of anyone. Except for Jake Paul. But the emotional shit, when the lights turn on, you're exposed, you're caught in front of everyone's like, what the fuck did you do, Alex Jones? When you're just the little guy sitting in the middle of the spotlight. Fuck you piece of shit. When all that starts raining down upon him, those are typically the pain of pains. If you have your conscience still. Or if you kept your humanity to yourself, you kept it with you. Which we see this guy trying to gulp it away, but it might be there. You never know. And that will be the worst day of Alex's life. I kid you not. The divorces, the lawsuits, those are nothing compared to the rain of fucking fuck yous from the crowd. From a guy who might actually care to some degree, about what the audience thinks about him. I'm just saying. Either way, let's hit play. He's trying. He's trying to murder that conscience. He's trying to be full fucking apathy, but struggling. Either way, let's watch this. Here's Alex Jones to really put the cherry on top. Pause. Here we go.
This morning, at about 1:35 Eastern Time, on Saturday, January 3rd, 2026, President Trump ordered precision military operations and extraction of Maduro, the dictator of Venezuela, and his wife. Not one U.S. serviceman died. Not one piece of equipment was even damaged.
So he's already wrong. Why would you leap out and just say how do you know that? Watch him say, I have it confirmed from inside sources at the Pentagon that no one died. Well, we're getting reports that at least at bare minimum 40 people have died. And then there's going to be the chaos afterwards, right? Hopefully, from what I've seen, it seems like potentially the vice president has her shit together to where she could actually keep things somewhat intact without major riots and shit like that.
I feel like they got contingency plans out the asshole.
I mean, they seem a little bit more organized than something like Libya, right? Where it's one ruler to rule them all, right? Gaddafi's I run this bitch. It's all mine. He goes away, pure chaos afterwards, right?
Or based on a family thing or whatever.
Yeah. But let's.
It's a military.
I would say, Jordan, I give it some time. We don't know how it's going to play out yet.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
I don't know either.
that.
I don't know either.
But my guess is that too. Maduro was the fucking driver for Chavez. And it's what, that's so left field? Just fucking hire your driver to be your fucking next
He's Frank
next
Lucas.
in command or whatever.
Frank Lucas, bro.
Yeah, something going on there.
But either way, this needs to be said. If riots break out, if a civil war breaks out, every fucking death needs to be accounted for in regards to the U.S. government's involvement in this. And people like this guy, I think Alex Jones will, if some crazy shit goes down, I think he'll probably won't report on it. He'll pretend it's not happening and move on. And try to trick you into falling asleep about these topics. Either way, here's Alex Jones. Once again, we believe 40 people have been killed, but Alex jumped the gun, didn't he? Here we go.
Extraction of Maduro, the dictator of Venezuela, and his wife. Not one U.S. serviceman died.
Oh, he said U.S. serviceman.
Not one piece of equipment was even damaged.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that's the only thing that matters. Got it. What about civilians? So he did. Okay, so he meant U.S. servicemen. I didn't hear him say that. I missed that. Okay, fair enough. Apparently none of them died, but civilians died. You care about that, Alex? Huh, Alex? Huh?
I don't got that. I remember for Iraq and always across time. I remember, like, we always hear how many Americans died in overseas battles, and I was always curious how come they don't talk about how many other people died.
It's part of the brainwashing. It is.
It's what they do.
Yeah, it's part of the brainwashing.
Yeah,
it really is.
And the way he introduced this was one of the first words he mentioned in the attack was precision attacks. That is what the state always says.
Yep.
We're very precise, like to not harm other people.
And it's quite interesting.
He's speaking just like them. Yeah.
I can't wait. Let's hit play. Here we go.
Died.
Can't wait till that movie's played for this
Not
motherfucker.
one piece of equipment was even damaged.
Whoa.
The level of
You know what I can't wait for?
is just, quite frankly.
Hey, God.
For one day, Alex Jones to say, well, I just came out of the war room and there's this and that. Like, you know how he usually says, I got friends on the inside? Like, one day I feel like he's just going to straight up say, oh, I came out of the war room and here's the plan.
Gonna walk out with a fucking jacket on with pendants and medals on it. Like, General Alex Jones reporting.
Yeah.
The deep state is dead. We found 12 kids. In Venezuela, we killed them all. Globalist dead. We won. Here we are.
Of coordination is just, quite frankly, frightening. Now, let's separate that for now and come back to it later. I have, in 31 years, never supported any offensive military operations of the U.S.
You're lying.
Because it's all been for globalism. It's all been for the rules-based order.
Oh, my
so
God.
there's some of you out there that actually understand what's happening. It's a fact what's going on. You can make a decision about whether it's right or wrong. But the rules-based order was set up by the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, via the UN. And it means the UN and this whole global body decides when nation states can defend themselves and what they can do.
Christ's sake.
And President Trump has said going back to the Monroe Doctrine, even before that, Thomas Jefferson's doctrine of the Barbary Wars, the Barbary Pirates. Venezuela was the richest nation per capita in our hemisphere until about 30 years ago. Then they got socialists in 26 years ago who were really communists. And it became a total hellhole. And they ran Smartmatic and Dominion, and all of it were the piggy bank for the Democrats, the CIA. They ran the Mexican drug cartels.
The CIA bombed them, didn't they?
In cahoots with Cuba.
He's dancing around something.
Wait. Isn't this what Dubster was saying? Like his almost exact argumentation for all this?
Yeah, same script. Same script.
So he's still being tricked by Alex fucking Jones, or whatever Alex Jones was
all of this
repeating. Holy fuck! The embarrassment. God dang it! Fuck. Oh, I have to reset because it's fucking lagging for me. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta do like, Anyway, yeah, I'm back. Here's more Alex Jones lying to his audience and gaslighting his audience for the sake of malice. Not for good. It's not for good, guys. It's not for righteousness. It's for the bad stuff. Here we go.
So this move is not a neocon war where we're off blowing up the Middle East, you're doing all that, or starting war with Russia.
We're still blowing up the Middle East, Alex.
Empirically, under the Monroe Doctrine and under U.S. policy before the age of the globalist, George Herbert Walker Bush, it's about going back to that. So Thomas Jefferson would have gone to war with Venezuela. He would have had a blockade.
This is
he would have blocked the drug boats.
Whoa. So he's saying George W. Bush blows up Iraq for the globalists, but Trump blows up Iraq for freedom. Either way, the same action happens anyways. Look at that. Feel tricked yet, Alex Jones fans?
Middle East.
Jesse, he's bombing those same countries still. That's the thing. Trump is bombing those countries still.
Yeah, but I'll leave that for a different day.
It's like,
or the same day. He's not going to talk about it today. He's saying this Venezuela is not in the Middle East. This is Monroe Doctrine. So
oh, it's okay.
So It's not materially different other than where it is. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
It's just here and not over there. So we could do it.
Well, he deemed it under the guise of terrorism for the most part, right? Narco-terrorist. Right? There's no mention in the in these like legal things about like, hey, this guy's getting boosted by China and Russia, and that's why we need to stop them. They're in our backyard. They're in our sandbox, right? The Monroe Doctrine shit. No, they call him a narco-terrorist that had guns, right? This is not like George W. Bush's war against terror in the Middle East. But isn't Trump still bombing those same areas for the sake of the war on terror?
I did. I did hear Trump say today that they were doing like that. It was like, this is our backyard. It hasn't been our backyard for a long time, and now it's our backyard again.
He was saying that.
And he's like invoking the Monroe Doctrine.
Yes.
And he did it against Canada too.
Yes, but what was his initial fucking statements were what? They're bringing drugs into America and they're killing our people. That's what.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, that's the seller or whatever for the layman person.
Yeah.
But for the people that want to
the term backyard
fancy themselves like geopolitical analysts, then he throws out the Monroe Doctrine.
Wait, what did Dubster say? Dubster said he's okay with Trump doing it. He's just doing it wrong. He should have used the Monroe Doctrine as the excuse instead of narco-terrorists. That's what Dubster's point of view was. Like, yo, you fucking devil worshiper, bro. Holy fucking shit. You fake ass Christian, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Anyways, let's continue with more Alex Jones here telling us how things are. By the way, I just don't want for people to forget that Trump is the first president to bomb 7 countries in 1 year. Let's continue. Here we go.
It wasn't about the drug boats. That was just Trump's legal.
I just want to say that.
Was it? Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, just want to say that a backyard, like it has a couple different concepts. Like it doesn't mean proximity, like it's close to you. Like in your house, your backyard, like nobody else can get in your backyard, without your permission. This is your property. This is part of your house, basically.
Yeah.
So that is what we're saying. This is part of the American empire.
Yeah.
But they don't have the rights. Like they're not given like citizenship. They're not given any of this. They're not even officially aware of it. Right.
Yeah.
So it's just a disgusting concept to me.
Oh, it very much is. It is an attempt at
what's crazy
institutional
too?
fucking slavery. It really is.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying it basically is slavery, but go ahead with your point.
Fucking Hitler was like super turned on by the Monroe Doctrine, and that's what like Lebensstraten or whatever the hell the living room shit is about.
Okay.
And why he went into like Poland and all the other countries.
Oh yeah, true. That and Manifest Destiny was one of the Nazis' biggest influences for why they did what they did.
They're in our backyard, man. We got to own this shit. It's ours now. That's what sane people say, right? Sane, non-pathological, non-devil worshipping people say. Obviously. But Alex just said something interesting here. He just said, oh, no, the whole boats thing, it wasn't about drugs the whole time. It's like, wait a minute. But you were selling both. Alex was selling both. So which means it doesn't matter what excuse he come up with. He's going along with it anyways. Doesn't matter. Not matter. Let's continue and hear him say that. Here we go.
Bush. It's about going back to that. So Thomas Jefferson would have gone to war with Venezuela.
Appeal to authority.
Blockade. He would have blocked the drug boats. But it wasn't about the drug boats. That was just Trump's legalese, saying it's law enforcement.
So then he lied.
Bigger than 1990 and Manuel Noriega, who was a CIA drug dealer and wouldn't pay them their cuts, so George Walker Bush invaded all the rest of that. No, this was about the U.S. exercising its territorial control in this hemisphere. It was about ending the rules-based order and letting the world know the U.S. is standing up for its own sovereignty and control of this hemisphere. Gender globalism was undermined by design.
For sovereignty.
It's like you look at a map, it's like the United States of America. Okay, I see that on the map. Our hemisphere. Wait, that's a lot. You said United States of America. That's over here. No, the whole hemisphere. That's ours. Why don't you just call all of it the United States of America? Just call it that then. Why fuck around? Why play games? Call it all the United States of America. Just do that. What are we doing? Come on, man. Just say we own sovereignty. You. Say you are slaves, we own you. We take from you and give nothing back. You are slaves. That's essentially what they're doing, right? We're going to go in, loot your oil, and leave. Well, we might leave. We're going to leave some people behind. Anyways, let's continue.
Well, we got to think
it's
like
crazy that it's like the global south is the only countries that get treated like this too. You ain't doing this to any fucking country above the equator.
Well, yeah. Well, they can't. They do other things. And actually, another dumpster thing. Like, Russia's so powerful right now. Like, are they? How come the U.S. is fighting in all these different countries, subverting them all up and down the fucking line, and Russia's just sitting there with Ukraine? Every little thing that Russia backs, like Venezuela or Syria or these countries, Iran, all of them gets pushed over and ran over, and Russia doesn't do a fucking thing about it. But yeah, these guys are the major controllers of the world. Get the fuck out of here.
Shit.
Yeah. Interesting, huh? But we'll see, I guess. But their economy, man, it doesn't fucking matter. Here we go.
Based order and letting the world know the U.S. is standing up for its own sovereignty and control this hemisphere.
Control the hemisphere, sovereignty.
By design.
I think that makes sense.
Jimmy Carter and then Obama finally handing over the Panama Canal and so much more. So the United States has been put in a very bad position on the verge of collapse. And Trump, in an emergency operation with the tariffs, everything else he's done, securing the borders, and this military operation in Venezuela, has brought the U.S. stock up in the world everywhere and let the world know that we're not going to just go bye-bye like the CFR has wanted and have this Chinese communist century that replaces America as the world's
money,
superpower.
money, money.
And we don't want America to be an empire,
money.
but if we end world dollarization, we will be in the worst depression you've ever seen, basically forever.
But that was part of your argument, Alex, about what George W. Bush was fucking doing. They're doing this to control the oil markets, trying to keep the petrodollar on the books, forcing countries to use the U.S. dollar so that the dollar doesn't collapse, and these globalists are doing that. And now Alex is arguing for that. I mean, Christ's sakes. How many Federal Reserve documentaries or interviews and shit that Alex has done talking about that topic to a T. And now he's supporting the Bush doctrine in regards to all of that. Are you out of your fucking mind? Yo, audience. Yo, if there's an Alex Jones fan around, like, how the fuck do you stomach this? How the fuck? He should be on a sinking ship right now. He should be. Maybe he is. But I'm like, somehow people are still watching. Like, listen, I know I'm hate watching, but like, I hope the rest of them are hate watching too. I hope there's no real fans left for this guy. Because how the fuck could you follow this fucking way of life? Or these political ideas? Let's continue.
That was the plan. So those of you rooting against President Trump have no idea what it would mean if his operations fail. And he's barely winning on all the major fronts he's fighting. And that's what's scary. If you have any idea how dangerous the situation would be,
he is fucking Rambo. He's a hero.
All these multinational powers through BlackRock and the globalists to divide and conquer our country, it'd be over. They had a cloud and pivot strategy under the Great Reset.
Okay.
Collapse Europe, to collapse the U.S., Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and then dictate the terms of our surrender to the globalist system.
He's fighting for the first time to Venezuela.
In my 31 years on air, it'll be 32 in April, 2 months from now, I tacitly supported constitutionally Trump's right to do this. But I had major issues with whether or not the CIA would be able to sabotage it and give Maduro a heads up. That's why Trump, since Christmas, 5 times, this is exclusive from my sources.
One of my sources. Didn't the first land strike land from the CIA? They did that, didn't they? They struck on Venezuelan land. That was CIA that did that. right? Isn't there ideas that they were working with it? Actually, they're the biggest drug motherfuckers in Venezuela are working through the CIA. Isn't that the case? Like, hey, the average person may not believe that. Okay, fine. But what's 9/11 boys' excuse? What is 9/11 was an inside job Alex Jones supposed to be saying? He says the wild conspiracy theories, right? No. Venezuela's producing drugs, and we need to Monroe Doctrine and take Maduro has to go. Okay, Maduro has to go. They're gonna put me in jail. God damn it! Fuck. Let's continue.
Major issues with whether or not the CIA would be able to sabotage it and give Maduro a heads up. That's why Trump, since Christmas, 5 times, this is exclusive from my sources, had the military ready, in the air, about to go, but would pull them back to the last minute. That way, when he finally launched the real attack...
He's a fucking liar. He's
Democrats
lying.
On the Maduro payroll, the Chicom payroll, wouldn't be able to catch our helicopters and planes in the air and our troops.
Listen, I'll be honest with you, like, in the philosophical world of philosophical argumentation, I can't say I know that he's lying. But right now, the thoughts in my head are like, this guy's fucking lying. And it's fucking disgusting to do that. That's gross to do. Fuck, bro. Like, how, like, people should be fucking furious about this stuff, but are they? Should be fucking so angry about this. Incredible, man. Just fucking lying to you, like, right to your fucking faces. Trump was playing a game to trick the CIA. Like, get the fuck out of it. You made that shit up. I have 5 sources in the Pentagon that told me this. Come on, dude. I bet Trump's like, who the fuck is Alex Jones? Who the fuck is that? Who? Oh, okay, the Sandy Hook guy. Okay, yeah. Tell them to keep following orders or we'll release the documents. Just let them know that. Christ.
And I think, like, the worst part about Alex Jones, other than the lying, is that he muddies the waters on, like, really important words, like, deep state, globalism, stuff like that, to the point where it's like when you use it, some people look at you and they're like, oh, like, why are you using those words? Like, those are Alex Jones words, and he's a bullshit artist.
Oh, yeah. People have accused Alex of that from his fucking origins. People have accused him of that, so to be honest about that. But I have nothing from Alex's past to say, like, yeah, this guy was legit at some point. I don't have that, me personally. I don't have that. It was over the top. I thought he ruined opportunities, like, to try to do something righteous. I think he ruined some certain opportunities on a political level by ranting and raving, and 7076 will never have it. This will happen again, or whatever the fuck he says. And he gets an opportunity to actually question people. Right? He's been dog shit. It's just now the fans are waking up to it. Except for Dubster. Let's continue.
The first 5 minutes, they hit thousands of sites. They were able to send Delta Force in and capture Maduro and his wife. It was incredible, without one U.S. casualty. This is historic. And Trump did a masterful job. Hegseth did a masterful job.
He killed other people, though.
Marco
He's
Rubio,
about to shed a tear.
Since he got on board with us, is a force of nature. And it's just very, very exciting to see all this happening. So America's back.
America's back now.
And Maduro was a dictator, suppressing his people. They're celebrating everywhere. And it's so exciting they're going to get...
We saw his video of people celebrating everywhere. It's from over a year ago. Minimum over a year ago. Where that footage was from. Shared it anyways, won't take it back. Because he's a fucking liar. And he's okay with lying. What does that say about him?
America's great again.
If you don't get like a...
And also, you know who else we're celebrating? My bad.
Okay, good.
You know who else we're celebrating? The Libyan people. And then, look at them now.
The Iraqis celebrated, they pulled statues down. Look at them now. God dang, bro. Once again, I'm already keen to Alex Jones. I look more so at the audience And it's like, hey, Alex Jones fans, if your stomach, the pit of your stomach doesn't fucking turn when someone's just lying to you, where it's like, man, I could never, like, I'd blush if I did that. You know? That feels uncomfortable to just be like, just lie and lie and lie. This guy does it. I mean, he's still kind of uncomfortable, but like, a lot more comfortable than a regular person would. And it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? That should fucking piss you the fuck off, but whatever. Let's continue. Don't worry. Stranger Things is out. Let's go.
This was an incredible success.
Guess what? I get to watch Stranger Things too, right?
And Maduro was a dictator, suppressing his people. They're celebrating everywhere.
Celebrations.
It's so excited
everywhere.
they're going to get their oil now. The U.S. built their refineries. The type of oil they have is very thick and very hard to process. The main refineries in Houston were built in the last 80 years for Venezuela. And when Trump makes that point, it's the truth. We built the Panama Canal too. That was given away. So the U.S. is taking back what is ours. It's popular.
People of Panama actually built that shit.
And Americans should learn their history and realize what Trump is doing.
Or Venezuela.
Truly
learn your history.
Pragmatic moves you'd make
if
they were standing up for U.S. interest. So
U.S. interest. He sounds like Dick Cheney.
It was a gamble, but so far it succeeded in flying colors, grand slam, royal flush, call it what you want. It is amazing.
Alex, you're saying this 5 minutes after the event happened. What the fuck? What the fuck? It all worked out. It's all perfectly fine so far. Like 5 minutes ago. The fuck? Oh my god. This guy's such a travesty.
Today, right?
Yes, it was early morning, essentially, or last night, which is when this guy probably recorded this. He's like, things have worked out so far. Like, excuse me? Get the fuck out of here.
This timestamp 2 days ago.
It's like, yo, what the fuck? All right. Here we go.
That's the line they're trying to push, that it's all for the better. It's like
just like Iran, right? Like just like Iran. They bombed Iran. See, look, nothing happened. Everything's good. Meanwhile, they're looking to go back into Iran again. And also, they orchestrated the initial strikes.
There's still news stories about families that are like losing that are like amputees and fucking or lost their family and shit.
Bro, Israel killed a shit ton of civilians on day one of that little 12-day war thing. A lot of civilians died. And guess who gave them the backing for it and the intelligence and the cover for it? The U.S. They were deeply involved in that fucking operation. But Alex was like, turn your fucking brain off and accept that one day, only one day the U.S. actually got involved. And they bombed and then boom, it ended. Now it's over forever. And then here they come running back to do the same fucking thing again. But maybe a little bit harsher.
Jordan, it was a bloop and a blast. That's all they did.
Of course.
Bloop and a blast.
Like, doesn't that hurt your stomach? Like, your feelings, your stomach, something. Angers, creating, like, something about this is, like, just fucking gross, right? There's something so wrong about it that it's fucking... It's like something gets moved, right? I hope. I can't emphasize that enough. I can't. You have to feel something about
That's
this.
The scary thing is motherfuckers will get pushed to the edge from this kind of shit.
What do you mean?
Like people are gonna get sick of this kind of like not being able to do anything about what the United States does.
Oh yeah, I mean, inside this country and outside this country, people are going to get pissed. And if there's some day where they're like, all right, that's it. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good at all.
All the fucking blowout from this is going to be fucking crazy.
I wish no offense to anyone else, and I'm not trying to big myself up, but I'm just saying, I wish everyone could behave like Jordan in those moments. That's probably not going to happen. It's going to be, fuck it. We're going to fuck you up now. You made some sort of mistake where something got revealed. We're going to fuck you up and anyone that works with you. They're getting fucked up too. And it's not going to be good. I think they're probably aware of it, but these guys don't care about their own kids. Fuck it, you guys deal with it. Don't worry about this. What's up?
What was it, Thailand?
CashApp.
Where like those kids were fucking up the adults.
It wasn't Thailand. It was like Cambodia.
Somewhere in
Singapore,
Africa,
some shit
right?
like that.
Nah, where the
Sri Lanka? No,
No,
not
no,
Sri Lanka.
no.
these kids.
It's in that area, though. It's in that area, though.
These kids were stripping their clothes off and kicking them through the
It
streets.
wasn't the Philippines.
It wasn't the Philippines. Was it Cambodia? Am I tripping?
Yeah, and they were all wearing fucking anime shit.
They fucking lit buildings on fire. They killed people. They'd fucking throw rocks at people. They'd rip these fools' clothes off and march them through the streets naked.
Oh,
Fucking
Nepal, right?
Nepal. Okay.
Yeah.
They're like, you motherfuckers, like, just everyone looking to get their licks in, bro. Pause. Like, I'm gonna get a punch in on one of these fools. Like that. Like, is that what the? Like, but a lot of these fools are like, that won't happen here. Sorry, this won't happen to me. My kids might be fucked. They might be fucked, but I'll be fine. I'll die before this happens. And that seems to be like a certain mentality that exists out there, I think, in regards to these political leader dumb fucks and their businessman cohort motherfuckers, bro. This fucking 100,000, 1 million Luigi's kicking their fucking doors in. And it's like, yeah. And then I'm going to be the bad guy because I'm going to fight to stop it. Anyways, here we go. Let's continue.
And it sends a very strong message to China, Russia, and others that America's back.
America's back.
That's the reality. It's about undermining UN control, undermining the global...
All right, Americans, your lives got better, right? Let's see it happen.
And about the return of sovereignty. And it's a very, very good thing. And yeah...
That doesn't even make any sense. Wait, pause real quick.
Because,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Undermining, he said undermining UN control, even though the US has its boot on the UN. Like that he has it backwards. Like completely backwards.
No, it's when Biden's in office, right? On January 19th, 2021. Or sorry, 2024. Or 5, Jesus Christ. The UN and the US, UN has control over it, right? And then on the next day, on January 20th, all of a sudden, now the US is fucking whipping ass and defeating the globalists. Meanwhile, the same things are happening in the UN and any fucking global arena. The same things are happening. This little plan that played out today was built up over decades. Duh. He covered some of it too, by the way. He did cover some of it during the first administration. He was cheering it on then too, by the way. Where random defectors of the military were out there with blue bandanas on their fucking arms, shooting at people and causing fucking chaos to try to coup it. Try to coup Venezuela and Maduro. So, like, whatever. It is what it is. This guy's just a fucking liar. What's at play? Let's keep going. Here we go.
You got the UN, NATO surrounding Russia and starting wars with them.
What was that? My bad. What'd you say?
Oh, the fucking Bay of Piglets or whatever they called it.
Oh, that's Cuba, right?
Instead of the Bay of Pigs, I think they called it the Bay of Piglets.
Oh, yeah, no, that was a different one.
Very similar to the Bay of Pigs.
That was a different coup attempt. That was with the private mercenary.
They rolled up with boats or whatever.
That was the private mercenaries doing that versus like defectors in the military, like hardcore, like walking through the streets with guns and shit, trying to fix things for Juan Guaido, you know. But the Bay of Piglets thing, we actually went over that. That was the Jordan Goudreau thing, where this private corporations funded these guys to overthrow Venezuela. Oh, fuck. In tandem with the Trump administration, by the way. Either way, let's continue. Here we go.
And about the return of sovereignty. And it's a very, very good thing.
Return of sovereignty.
Putin wants the end of that, too, because you got the UN, NATO surrounding Russia and starting all these wars with them. People have a right in their own hemisphere, in their own surrounding areas to deal with their own issues. Not have the UN doing it. The UN is the most corrupt evil organization ever. And controlled by the globals and the Rothschilds. So this is the right move. The world was...
Venezuelans have rights.
I showed you the tweet. The Rothschild guy's like, good job, Trump. UN controlled by the by the Rothschilds. Except for that one. That one's a good. He's a good Rothschild. That one's a good guy. Holy fuck.
Bro, it sucks because at one point globalist was like a word you use to like describe fucking globalism and neoliberalism and shit. And then now it's
WTO
like
shit.
Yeah, people fucking look at you weird if you be saying that shit.
Well,
exactly.
Like there's this really good writer from Canada named John Ralston Saul. He has like a bunch of books about globalism. Same with Ralph Nader and like serious writers have written about globalism, and then now it's like Alex Jones just makes that shit sound so goofy.
The globalists, the deep state. Shruggy. All right, here we go.
Just because of this.
You should have to pay $1 million every time he says it.
Flawlessly. The hand of God was on this operation, and I've just got to say it's good.
The hand of God was on this operation.
Control. Now we're going to take back control of the rest of the country legally and lawfully and stop the globalists. God bless you all. That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
Or don't understand all these terms, look it up. It'll be quite the education for you. And for those of you out there, saying I'm a warmonger or all the rest of it, or like you caught me supporting a war. You didn't catch me. I'm on air. This is what I'm saying publicly.
I am supporting this war.
I'm just really blown away that it went so well. This is really amazing.
I want to see
similar energy domestically, not with the military, but with getting rid of the filibuster.
We're so good at this.
Democrats
we should do it.
Take it back in.
Just do more of them.
Can you imagine Alex Jones, like 20 years ago? Can you imagine Alex Jones yelling for midterm voting, vote for Republicans in the fucking midterm? Can you imagine that? I bet a lot of his fans couldn't. I bet Dubster be shit. Shut the fuck up, yo, bro. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. 28 years later. I don't even like Alex Jones anyways. I don't like him. And yes, Dubster needs to get shit on for this. He does. His little he's running away like a coward. He needs to get shit on. It is what it is. It has to happen. I'm sorry.
Fucking Alex Jones stops fucking streaming, and then his voice just goes super high pitched, and he's like, "God damn it, this is great, John."
Margaret, where's my latte?
He just does it all for money.
Oh, I'm still recording. I mean, Invors.com, blue methylene. The fucking loser, bro. God. There we go.
Action. The crossroads is here. The end game's here. The time for games is over. The fourth turning's here. We're at the crossroads. This is a change. It's time to get serious. Please share this.
The golden era is here.
TheAlexJonesStore.com. I'm funded by you, the American people. Great supplements, great Patriot apparel. But whatever you do, please share this video feed.
Okay. Now let's see. I'm curious. What's the viewer count for this? Almost 500,000 views. Okay. I want to see what people are saying.
Christ. That's quite a bit for Twitter, right? Like Twitter's not like they don't get a couple million views, do they?
You can't. Yeah, you can get plenty of fucking millions of views for sure. But I think their way their thing works, it's a little bit more helpful to the comment to the creator. As in, if they just watch for like 2 seconds like this, it adds a view now. All of a sudden, it's like, yeah. Same with Rumble. They do the same thing, I believe. This too.
Does it do the repeat thing? Like if it repeats the video while you're commenting? Yeah, as you're commenting, it's repeating.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes it stops though. Not like the YouTube Shorts. Decapitating the UN isn't a triumph. It's a confession that
or Instagram does that.
Rule of law is an enemy combatant. Venezuela is full of rare earth minerals among other. Like he's just getting roasted, isn't he?
Triangle: Argentina, Bolivia. Of course, the countries Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua with Russia relationships. Why this region matters with all of its rich resources and rare earth elements. You've got the lithium triangle, which is...
We gotta vote for women.
I saw
we
this.
We gotta get women in there.
They're trying to shut down women. Women need to win. Infowars.com/women. Imagine believing Venezuela is DEI,
but this woman's telling the truth.
Imagine believing Venezuela was the head of the UN. Like, globalist agenda. They have taken out one of the heads of the snakes. We got the oil. He's just getting roasted. Thank God. What the fuck? Okay. This shit.
Bro, the AI, Maduro AI shit is so creepy. I hate it.
The paramount.
It's weird how you
for
got,
me, I see a lot of
like...
people supporting it.
Weird.
Yeah, same. That's what I was about to say. It's like, it's weird how you have like I don't even mean to be like insulting or like offensive, but like definition wise, like literal like peasants, like economic wise, like living conditions wise, like thinking they're tough, like celebrating this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Even though this is all just for the American empire and corporations.
They're celebrating.
Yeah, and then they clock into fucking
Right, even
Walmart
taking the
and just get
oil is
treated
not
like shit.
going to benefit us. It's like Exxon or whatever. People making the big deals, the negotiations. We don't get shit.
This lady's a fucking
crazy.
psychopath, by the way.
Like,
She seems psychopathic.
like so many ways they look to justify.
Yeah. I don't know, like who's watching? Who's love watching Alex Jones instead of hate watching? It seems like a lot of hate watching going on. But one day, hopefully, I'll have to actually stand in front of that and hear the brutal comments about him. Yes, it is. He is just transparently full of shit. He might have passed Tim Pool for being like the shill of the year. I think he passed him, right? Alex is one officially.
Well, he's chilling, but there's like also a collective brainwashing too, right? Like what he just talked about, we've heard it so many times on about the Monroe Doctrine, and they start talking about the founding fathers and all these things. It's like, wait a minute, like how is there like this common script? Like that's a form of brainwashing, right? Like when all these people are using this justifications. And it's the same
narco
ones.
line,
Like they don't use their own words.
Oh yeah.
Just
I heard family members like repeat the narco shit like word for word, and I was like, oh my god, bro, that's like fucking programming, dude. I've literally heard this shit like this word for word, the same lines, and it's like I know these fucking dumb rednecks didn't think of this shit themselves. God damn, bro.
I mean, if you look at Trump's first run, right? I mean, it seemed like a actual collective mass hypnosis happened. Like on a psychological level, it's like, what the fuck is this? How are you falling for this? And then as time went by, like some, like just little by little, people would start falling away from it. Like, man, this guy's bullshit. He's actually part of the swamp or the deep state or whatever words you would call it. And somehow, all these years later, there's still like, quote unquote, prominent names still selling this guy, while also claiming to be like, yeah, we're not the mainstream media. We're not, captured by politicians or political teams. We're being authentic and real. And it's like, no matter what he's hearing from the crowd, he's still going. He's still saying the shit. Like he knows the answer to something. It's incredible. What was that?
He's independent media, right?
Yeah, sure.
Independent.
I mean, no one's just dumb to be on their own and actually think this way. There's no fucking way. So either it's probably, my guess, a mixture of being a part of it, but also being a coward for whatever reason. Whatever threats laid against Alex Jones, I've seen him before. I'm like, when he says like, yeah, we're here to take down evil. I'll stand in front of the gates of hell and fight these demons. Like, I don't believe you. Never believed it. Obviously still don't. I think I can smell coward when it comes to this guy. I can see a little guy flopping papers around. Oh, fuck. He's here? Mr. Trump, how you doing? Please, Mr. Trump, please. Listen, I did everything you said. Don't hurt me. I can smell that. You're a fucking coward, aren't you? Smell it on this fool. Like Dubster. Anyways.
I don't think the TV show, the Blurb was, it wasn't about this. I don't think it was about this, but artistically, you could see like that hive mind and the attempt to pacify people into like just conformity of like, yeah, this is for the better, right? Like this is to be happier. It's like what?
I mean, let's be honest.
That's yeah.
Expect these fools to use that stuff. Just like they used the Matrix, watch them use something like Pluribus. You gotta break out of the hive mind. Follow me. As they lead you off a cliff. I'm just saying. Because a lot of this symbolism is powerful. It's just, yeah, people here abusing it. The dumbest amongst us. Just taking advantage of the dumbest minds on earth. And abusing them. And we'll get mad at you for telling them that they're being abused. But anyways. Either way, there's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment. Agree, disagree. Tell me what you think in the comment section. There's a lot here, but you know, I understand if it can be overwhelming. Not just us talking about like all the shit I showed you here. But you got to start somewhere. If you're a dumb fuck Alex Jones fan, you need to wake the fuck up. Actually wake up. Capital W, wake up. None of this bullshit of LARPing as some sort of revolutionary or political whiz kid or fighting the deep state. Fuck the LARPing. Let's get to the real shit. I beg you to. But either way, leave a comment if you feel like. Don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that. We are in that Discord right now, and yes, all opinions are welcome. But you might get scorched. That's all I'm saying. Or applauded, like that. Yeah, make it applauded. And obviously everything I showed you in this video will be linked in the description box for you to look at on your own without any of us talking or having opinions. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah. And most importantly, with all that said, give this video a thumbs down. Yeah.